And it's funny how Minecraft speedrunning is kind of a solo game. It's you versus the game, but it's still you're up against an opponent. You know generally how good they are. You know how fast you need to play, and so I think as we get further and further along, these better players will start to make more and more mistakes. Not because they're slipping up or they're getting worse at the game. It's just they know they need to go and save that extra second. Um, commit to a 4 bed instead of wasting some time and do a 5 bed. So honestly, I don't blame any of the runners at this point for making mistakes that cost them a lot of time. Uh, at the end of the day, making riskier plays that could result in a reset or something. So if we're going to see a mistake from any of these two solid runners, it could be now. And here we go with the countdown. I see a Savannah. I wonder
See
what
a
this one's going
ruined
to be.
portal on Crookst's end. Looks like it's spotted out pretty quickly by Feinberg also, so it looks like this will be a ruined portal enter. Pretty obvious cave entry right there. And bit of obby, not quite sure whether it was completable or not, didn't quite catch that on the way, but it looks like it might be.
Yeah, now the runner's got to be thinking, okay, that looks like a lot of obby. There's two hidden under here. What are they? It could either be nothing, it could be obsidian, it could be crying, and they have two obsidian from this portal. So you could potentially go bucketless. Maybe you're thinking, and there's obviously a cave here. The organizers are definitely gonna let me get my iron pick, but is this a bucket list type entry where all they have to do is reveal those obsidian? And neither runners did that early, so they still don't know. At some point, they're gonna have to find out. You might just want to get the 7 iron anyway and get food and wood while you're waiting. But man, a nice juicy bucketless entry with only getting 3 iron because they do have that flint and steel would be pretty fast.
I mean, Crookst, I believe, actually check. In F3, you can see the block data of what you're pointing at, so he opened F3
Oh,
and checked the blocks below the lava without having to break them. So,
oh my
he put
god.
himself in a great situation there where he knows now if he needs a bucket. I like Feinberg, prominent FSG player, definitely could be could have done the same thing. I didn't quite catch on his end, but I specifically noticed Crooks doing it, and I very much like that he did.
That's crazy. You learn something new every day. I mean, yeah, that's a tech I knew was in the game. You can look through transparent flow blocks like lava and water and see what the other block is on the other side with F3. I've never really thought about using it in a run, but that is true. That's very helpful. And now Feinberg is going to find out. Obsidian? Obsidian. Okay. Yep. There you go. He will get that gold. If it was crying, also you could have made a gold pick and mined the crying, but yeah, Feinberg, I don't know if he checked, but is just going to go bucketless. Smart play, very fast. He only has what? Golden apple and one cooked chicken? Is that all?
I mean, I'd argue he's in a better position than Crooks. Crooks having to eat the one cooked chicken that he got in order to regen up. Uh, After having to deal with those skeletons, obviously
Hmm.
not going to be able to RNG check every single thing here, but right now I'd say a lot of the deficit that Crooks is in is purely due to having skeletons in his cave.
Yeah, definitely what happens with covered caves in tournaments. If you get like a kind of an open sinkhole cave or something, you can reliably get mobs to not spawn. But that's the risk when you do structureless overworld is one mob is just going to slow you down a bit. And it didn't look like there was too much extra food in the overworld, so I agree with them just going in. But now that they're in a crimson, I wonder if you just say, maybe I need some extra pork. I don't know. Gold apple is definitely going to get you through the bastion. I wonder what their plan is post bastion at the fortress. Maybe just, your opponent is so good, you just have to get good. Just don't take damage. And just be good at the game. Just don't take damage. Maybe hunger reset later. It can work as Feinberg takes a couple hits here, but still looking pretty good. Crookst, oh, already on half health. He's gonna eat this apple, but that's all he has. That is
Yeah,
it.
gonna skip over that lower chest. Not really losing out on anything there. It only had Crying Obby and some iron. But potentially gonna want the iron if you are gonna try to deal with Hoglins to get the pork that you're going to need for the food. Also the Crying Obby, if you're not gonna go for the food, then you're going to want to do hunger resets. So we'll have to see how this ends up playing out. Both of them opting for staircase routes, which we've seen rising in prominence right now. Like, Ninja Brain was just absolutely dominating all of the matches earlier in the tournament, but we've seen staircase routes coming out here, and I believe I saw staircase routes coming out from Curry and Dylan as well. So interesting to see the meta shift within this bastion.
Yeah, it's always been roughly the same. Treasure's just kind of a tough one. Everything's so spread out. It doesn't really matter that much where your trading hole is. I prefer Ninja Brain kind of trading hole as opposed to the boomer route people are calling it with that trading spot. But it doesn't make too much of a difference. There are some zombie pigs here I see on Crook's screen which are giving him some trouble. So I don't know if he has lower piglin numbers, but Feinberg, man, leaving just sub 5. No food, but he's got full health, full hunger, some armor. Purling to this fortress. It is a bastion. And spawner's right here, so insanely
Beautiful
fast. Very nicely done.
Yeah, gonna see, like, honestly, with his health bar and potentially with Crookst also, we could just see them going foodless into the overworld and then just using bed resets. Gonna make a rod and a bed here, so gonna be doing a blaze bed onto the open spawner. Love seeing the rod coming out when runners do blaze bed on spawners like this. Increases the spawn rates as well as gives them a way to actually handle the more spread out nature that they're creating.
Yeah, very true. Handling it very well. Gets a 4 spawn right away. Pretty fortunate. No blazes spawn on the back here or on top of Feinberg, so he's pretty average right now. 3 for 6. Crookst is going for a front bed, which I quite like as well. I think that's a very good play. I do like my front bed on an open spawner. A lot of the times you'll get very awkward blazes and you have to use a fishing rod or something, so we'll see who really makes it out of here. But I see Feinberg's on 16 obsidian. I saw Crookst was just about to leave on 16 as well. I don't know if he waited for a bit more, but I think they're so close to their spawn. I really like Educated from your original portal. I'm a big fan of that.
I would be incredibly surprised to see either runner do this. Crookst,
Educated,
saw
you
him.
think?
Yeah, I don't think either of them will. I think both of them have a pretty high roll mindset. Feinberg only sitting at 3 rods right now. On the other side, Crookst, probably similar rates, but Crookst definitely made up time in the Bastion split. We're seeing these runs a lot closer than they were previously. With the Blaze Bed coming out also and spawn rates, we actually see Crookst taking the lead in total blaze count. These should drop here from Feinberg, but Crookst has made up the deficit that was lost via pure RNG through just good pace. You could oh, okay, never mind. I missed the
reset.
Yeah, I was looking at Feinberg's screen.
Yeah, when you see that red screen, yeah.
Feinberg getting some potentially getting some RNG on the blazes. Haven't been keeping track of the spawns overall, but gonna be very close coming out of this Bastion split, and we could see the travel decisions made by the runners here being what defines this match.
What does chat think? I'm curious. Are we thinking Educated? Are we thinking just blinds? What would you do, chat? I'm a huge advocate of Educated. Feinberg is going back to his portal. In this case, if you're in either runner's situation, what do you do? Personally, I'm doing Educated single eye throw and just going. I'm not doing Axis or Perfect or whatever. I think in a tournament scenario, you kind of got to go quick. I'm fine with the single eye throw and just go, honestly. Educated is boring, true.
Well, both of them will be doing Educated here. I made an incorrect read. That's never happened before.
VJR wrong in tournament? Whoa. Okay.
Looks like it's going to be Axis coming out from Crookst, though. So Feinberg opting for the just more kind of cut corners route. Just going to be doing the single eye, make his way over on the angle, hope for the best. Whereas we're going to be seeing Axis coming out from Crookst, and this means that he's basically doing a trade-off. He's trading the time spent doing these calculations and getting these angles for the fact that if he does them right, he should be within 100 blocks of the stronghold.
I think this is only going to end up being a time save if Crookst does, in fact, I Spy. Educated from an origin portal, it's so close that because there are 3 strongholds, it's going to point you towards a stronghold that is very, very likely between 1600 and 1900 blocks away from you. So you're almost absolutely guaranteed, if Feinberg has and held his angle correctly, that he is going to be within 300 blocks. So that's really not that far to travel on land. So I think Crook's maybe 30-second time loss or so from doing Axis. He needs to hit this I Spy, or else it didn't really matter. So Feinberg is in a cave, unfortunately. Oh, pretty easy up from here. But he, as long as he did his angles correctly, he's gonna be within 300. Like, you can be pretty sure. So we'll see. Crook's running some numbers. He's going, I think, much further than Feinberg actually.
Yeah, his thing was around 200 and then pretty far into the 180s, I believe. So gonna be cranking it over the lava right now. Never mind, it looks like it was around 140. Just
Oh,
could
that
not
was
read the small chat.
fast, man. You did those
But,
numbers quick. Is this correct?
well,
Okay,
we'll
he's on
have to
surface.
see. It looks like it's continuing forward. I think Feinberg has a pretty far distance to go. I think this is a
I think
pretty
so, yeah.
wide set. Gonna be doing a couple of eye throws here, making his way up the hill. Is a little bit chunked out on the health bar, but with being in the overworld, can just health reset whenever. And
Yeah, very
gonna
true.
have to see how it goes. Crook's looking like, I don't know whether his stream was paused or something there. It looks like he's lagging out, even. Potential
Yeah, I think his
technical issues
feed
on his end.
is just lagging. I looks like he's running fine. It's just stream is a little bit laggy, maybe. So, we'll get some food. Feinberg has some pork as well. He's going to the. Oh, he's distance estimating. Okay. Yeah, Feinberg wanting to conserve some eyes using a distance estimate so that maybe he only has to throw 1 or 2 more eyes after this. He is getting into this mountain biome slowly. So, yeah, maybe this just happened to be a really far stronghold. I mean, Crookst did not hit this axis.
No,
I
he did.
mean,
He's just been lagged
uh,
out, like, most of the time. I think he's only traveled, like, 150 blocks max.
I think it's a few hundred, yeah. So, I mean, definitely off by a little bit, but still digging out. I think it was just a far stronghold, so he gained that information from the
He needs
distance,
that
whereas
eye.
Feinberg didn't.
He only has 11, so he needs to go back up and grab that eye, otherwise he's gambling on the one eye.
Mhm.
Did it drop? It looks like it doesn't. We've got a gamble going on here.
Yeah.
He's going to be looking for the one eye, which is likely. Eye goes down for Feinberg. He was still on 13 anyway. Has 12 in the back. Gonna have a gold pick to dig down, and they are back to being very close.
Yeah. So Crooks needs, we think, a one eye. Feinberg has plenty, but it is going to be Feinberg entering maybe 30 seconds later. Going to come down to Stronghold Nav, which is a little bit RNG. They both go down mid first. The correct play, I believe. Feinberg sees a corner, you want to turn there. Sees
That's
another
portal
corner,
room,
you want to turn
Crookst.
there. Yeah.
He's getting the
Wow.
food, checks the eye count. It's a 0 eye. He's
Oh,
one short. Did he
is
throw
it
one
pearls
too? I don't
or
know.
powder?
I think it might be pearls. So
Yeah.
he's making his way back through the stronghold. Gonna have to be checking chests here. But I believe he just used one pearl too many on travel. Ends up finding 2 swords. Could, if he really wanted to check if there was an Enderman spawn, could go into Pi and check general entities. It's going to be an entry coming through for Feinberg here. And it looks like
Wow.
Surface is going to be coming out from Crookst. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Dang. Yeah, I saw him throw at least one overworld pearl. I don't know if he threw more, but
Yeah,
he definitely did.
he has the rods for it.
Oh my.
This is,
That's
I mean, this is
heartbreaking.
exactly what you were foreshadowing earlier with the fact that we're going to see runners try to go faster and make these little mistakes. These small oversights where you're just trying to get the best time possible. But Crook's going to be ending up losing his run to his own resource allocation. But Feinberg still has the end here. both notorious for being very good and very questionable in the end. So I wouldn't consider it all said and done until it's
That's
over.
definitely true. Yeah, mountain biomes not the best for finding Enderman, not the worst though. Is he gonna go back to the Nether and try to trade? We'll see. But yeah, if it's gonna take him a couple minutes to get a pearl, Feinberg could end up missing this, and Crookst could take it. But that is a perch. The Dragon's Breath just wearing out in time. He's got 5 beds. First one to get the correct height. Second one looks great. Third one beautiful. Fourth nice. Yeah, easy. Wow, so close, man. One pearl throw. One pearl throw is it. That's insane. GG's. Wow.
That is just. And I mean, this run was absurdly close. And I think it just really speaks to what we were saying about these runners. Extra pearl collected from Crookst. Wait, did he find one of his eyes? He left one of his eyes behind earlier.
No way, dude.
Oh,
No way.
no. He found one of his like triangulation eyes. He went to the top of the mountain. He made the call to just sack it off earlier. But
Oh, I
we'll be
must
getting the
have.
news
I
now,
see.
and that is awful. And a lot of Crookst fans gonna be upset. But credit to Feinberg, he played well. He got the faster enter. He got the opted for the more risky, I'd argue. Well, less certain portal location in just doing the single eye throw educated, and didn't even land it that well. Just managed to run his way there, and ends up taking round 1.
Yeah, I think Crooks should be very happy with how he played that. I mean, honestly, on pace to beating Feinberg. I think his eye just item elevated to the top of that mountain, and that was it. I mean, it's nothing big. This is what top level Minecraft tournament play looks like, man. You make one tiny mistake and that's it. So, GG's. Very impressive run from Crookst. I love the let's not forget at the very beginning using F3 to look at that obsidian type under the lava. That was sick. I love the tech. I love the nice axis. He did miss it by a bit, but unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, imagine if Crooks did I Spy there. I mean, that's an easy, impressive, dominant win. So, because he definitely would have had enough eyes if he was in the stronghold already. So, wow, crazy game one.
I mean, Wags, if we want to talk some numbers, then I've got a few to bring up here. First
Yeah,
of
hit me
all,
with them.
exclamation mark UAP, as we all know. This, for the finals weekend, they are running
Yeah.
a small little contributions campaign over at Tiltify. So if you want to exclamation mark donate, throw some money their way. Amazing cause. Big shout out to BJR Stan for the $10 dono. I am unfortunately not making this up, but I am very appreciative to that person for contribution to the cause, especially
Let's
in
go.
my name. But I got some numbers for you. UAP, 93% students of color, 50% of them young woman, 91% in from low income neighborhoods, and that is impressive as hell. They do great work. It's a great charity, and supporting them would be amazing.
Yeah, the whole program's about teaching underprivileged students arts and technology, video game design, computer stuff. Pretty sick. You can see the donation goal at the bottom left. We are at 75 out of 500. It would be super omega poggers of you, chat, if you donated to raise that closer to the donation goal. So thank you. Thank you guys. Whoa! That donation bar, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you were looking at that donation bar, that went kind of high up there, dude. I know, was that a $200 single dono?
That is a $200 single dono from Spiced Trash with Minecraft greater than Mario.
God. Spiced Trash from Spiced Trash Minecraft Gaming. Wow. Thank you for the donut. Look at that. We're over halfway. Let's go. Very
Yay!
poggers. Let's go.
Spice Trash greater than Mario. But thank you very
Confirmed.
much. Looking forward to seeing you back in the booth for the bronze match, which could be decided
Yes.
the participants right now. We are into the next seed. Both of them opting to grab a tree. Feinberg a little bit slow on that. Maybe gathered a bit more information in the first place. But Crookst already getting his stuff and even front loading a good amount of wood.
Yep. Big fan of front loading wood. You always need blocks in Minecraft. So even if you don't need it for beds, you're going to need it for blocks. So I like that play. I like to get plenty. And yeah, Feinberg looks like he's gunning for a dolphin. Maybe he did scout out something beforehand. I actually wasn't looking to see if he did like a little bit of mapless or anything like that. But Crook's is going to find a ruined portal. Looks at it for a little bit. Doesn't look completable. It's kind of close though. I think he's going to bail on it. I don't know what the sword has on that.
Yeah, this looks like a very interesting overworld. I've not spotted an entry from either runner. Very buried shipwreck here, as Feinberg is spending a lot of time fumbling around looking for this chest. Gonna end up making the decision to dig around so that he can break it as opposed to punching out the stone. I like that. A lot of people, including myself, kind of forget and just punch out the stone. But good awareness on his side. Gonna see the wood pickaxe coming through. Crook's front loading of wood coming out. Useful there, letting him just get through the stone with ease. But it's basically no iron from this wreck. They're gonna have to go to the treasure.
Hey Ben, do you know what's more important than what's going on in Minecraft right now?
What is more important than what's going on in Minecraft right now?
Nothing at all. But you know what's second important? We just got another $50 dono from 2Orange. Thank you. It says match. Thank you for the $50 dono. You can see we're at 325 out of 500. That's pretty sick. Is someone? Yeah, Pog. Vislod. I know. Pog. Thank you guys. Let's go. Sorry, back to the. I just thought I'd point that out. Yeah.
Is that how you read that name?
Torange? I don't know.
Fair enough. I read it as Toro Nage.
Oh,
because of the capitalization.
Tora.
Toro
Right.
Nage.
There is an A there. There is an A. I just side glanced at it. That's my bad.
2Orange. Thank you very much. You are more than one orange, and you always
2Orange. Thank you. Tora Nage? Is that it? I don't know, man.
It was just the capitalization. I'm not sure, but
That's true. That's true.
Very kind. Appreciate you contributing. As this is within reason quite a slow overworld. Like we're seeing 3-minute entries coming out here, which especially for Ocean, a lot of runners would be getting in a lot faster. Needing to divert to the buried treasure will take a lot of time. As we see Feinberg doing an interesting over-the-top portal, opting to just block himself off to get himself in, whereas we see Crookst going in via the standard L in the lava ravine.
Oh, they're both actually spawning in stables? Yeah. It's like bottom of stables. You definitely want some gold there to be a little bit safer. Yeah, I think Crookst actually is already wearing gold armor. Checks for the good gap on that side. I believe it is a good gap on that side. Feinberg already aggroing piglins. There's one below him here. This is a little bit awkward.
Oh, that is an awfully placed pig, man. Crookst, just the mobs are not in his favor this time round. Gonna end up getting a bit less perfect of spawns there because of that piglin only getting about 3 or 4, whereas Feinberg, I think, has 6 to 8 right now.
Yeah, it does have a lot more. I don't know. I think Crookst might be okay. I think he might have hidden the zombie pigment somewhere. I'll have to see. He is actually pie-darring for a spawner here while he's digging those gold. That's a nice task overlap.
Ooh, also using the lava to manipulate piglin movements. Any more that were tracked by him breaking that would have been forced more in the direction of the spawner. We see Feinberg is out? Or is he task overlapping? He gets 4 pearls, goes straight to the fortress, and he's just gonna end up trying to run the blaze spawner straight up.
He does have fire res and a pearl trade, yeah.
This
Wow.
is beautiful task overlap from here. He will be able to do Educated from original portal, given the fact that it is in such great proximity to the Bastion. But he's going to give himself a potentially very strong lead here. Crookst, I'd say his response would have to be something along the lines of getting enough obby for double travel. I see 16 of one of the obby blocks in his inventory. I'm not quite sure if it is crying or pure obby. But
yeah,
yeah, that is crying.
Yeah, I gotta say I love the play. I mean, the biggest time save you can make in an ultra fast Minecraft run is task overlapping Bastion and Blazes. Usually you want the spawner to be only one pearl throw away from the
He's
Bastion.
sitting on 19.
19 obby? He's checked a lot of chests already too.
Yep.
Like a lot.
He has the 16 obby, and at this point he's he's in too deep. He is holding out for this. He hits the 20.
Okay.
Unrenders his pearl, is on the side of the fortress. He did do a pearl hang. Going to be able to do double travel here. So that is good for him. He's taking a lot of damage making his way across here. Not going to have the spare gold to golden those carrots. So is not going to be the greatest overall food source. Will be blaze bedding here, most likely. But this is, once again, we're going to see the difference in travels being the main pacemaker.
Yeah, definitely true. I mean, 20 obby is definitely how you make up something like task overlap. It's going to give you the ability to potentially hit I Spy and not lose any time on that. So he did have to wait quite a while. But yeah, Feinberg is very close. He does not have a pearl hung back to his Bastion, so he's going to run it. Probably chuck one pearl, gather his stuff, go out through his original portal, do some educated, and come back. And I think he's just going to be leaving Nether on the second one faster because the rates weren't that good. So Crookst still has definitely a good amount of time until he needs these final blaze rods. So
yeah,
Feinberg
getting a little bit disorientated within the Bastion, makes his way inside now. They did actually end up, it was double good gap, and they end up running different sides of it. Not particularly, he's on half heart. He's dead! He's dead!
Wow, what hit him 3 times so quickly? Was it just
Piglin's in the hole?
Just 3 crossbow piglets just destroyed him? Like he had like 3/4 health, it looked like, and he just got destroyed. I don't know. What?
I don't know.
It was like there was like zombie pigment in his way too. That was bizarre, but okay. I mean, it's really not that bad at all.
I mean,
he might need a block or two to get back to his stuff, but like I think he's totally fine. Right? Like he just enters his portal. It's at the Bastion. He just runs over there. The piglins are already trapped. There's zombie pigmen if he needs to scare other piglins chasing him. So I think he just gets his stuff and he's fine.
I think if he can get back to his stuff, then he'll be fine. The biggest problem is going to be the fact that he needs to get back to where he was. No blocks, no armor. If he doesn't run into any issues here, he should be able to reclaim his loot fine. There is just a pig man hanging around there as... Okay, he put a block over the top and died to the full damage. Oh, that is unfortunate. Crookst has his coordinates now, but is feeling those lengthy blaze rates that Feinberg has already had to sit through.
9 obby? Okay, well...
We know there's some in chests. There was a lot of chests.
Yeah, I think Crookst checked like 5 different chests. I'm not sure which ones have them and which ones don't. I saw a couple that had 0 though, so... Man, 9 obby off of trading an entire good gap? That kind of stinks. There are definitely some very close chests he could get. Yeah, Fine's going back for something. Maybe thinking he...
I think he didn't pick up his blaze rods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
He realized he didn't have blaze rods. But this is... I mean, I am fascinated by how close this still feels, despite the fact that Feinberg has had such a scuffed run at this point. Crookst, like, as I mentioned, feeling the full extent of those blaze rates. But Feinberg had the exact same rates. He's still where he is right now, having done that, and will be making his way out now to finally get an angle.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would be exiting Nether the second time faster, but after that death, that was, I don't know, maybe a minute time loss. Wasn't the end of the world, but now it's going to be a lot more equal. And I think Crookst is maybe going to be exiting first. It's going to be very close.
Yep.
Crookst on 6. Is he leaving on 6 this time?
No, he has 4 eyes.
Yeah.
Already.
So he already has plenty of eyes. So yeah, I think Crookst is barely going to be taking this exit first, but it's actually going to be very close. The advantage Crookst has is this is an axis calculated, so he should be within 150 if he does it correctly. More likely to I Spy, whereas Feinberg is only going to be within about 300, a lot less likely to I Spy.
Yep, we see a little bit of cranking coming out here from Crookst, trying to get himself to the correct coordinates. Going to be building up the portal here, no misplacements, I hope, as he will be making his way. Do we see I Spy? He's in the portal room.
He missed! No way! No shot! No shot, you miss! Starter in tournament and hit portal room. Bro, no shot. Get out of here, Crookst. Bro, get out. Come on, man. Oh my god, you can't make this up. That's insane. How many beds? It looks like he's got 3.
He has
2
3
anchors.
beds, 2 anchors. Oh, 3 beds, 1 anchor.
Wait, can he get that in
No, because it doesn't drop 4 glowstone every time. Glowstone, when broken, does not drop 4 glowstone.
Oh my god, I thought it did. I didn't know that.
So he is now in a very precarious position.
Oh my god. 1 anchor,
free bed,
3?
Free bed, 1 anchor. Very possible. Done by many runners. But that, oh my god. Crookst, not like this. Not like this. If he is like short damage, I am going to be so upset on his behalf.
Oh, okay. This is insane. You cannot ask for a better tournament scenario than this. Crookst hitting the portal room axis. Feinberg's eye does turn back. Against Feinberg in tournament, though, at 12-minute enter, he needs to hit the 4 explosions to take it. Yeah, Feinberg digging down now too. I really want after this is over to go back and see if Crookst, if it's possible the portal room is directly below starter and he nailed it, but I assume he just missed and got rewarded. Ooh, that's a ravine.
Yeah, gonna be making his way in. I mean, we don't know if this is the same stronghold. We know nothing about the stronghold that Crookst was in, besides the fact that it has a portal room, which I could have told you without anybody having been in it.
Dragon, yeah, Crookst is looking for the perch. He is purling to the center.
Yep, we're gonna see it coming in here.
Okay,
let's go low.
Late, yeah.
Misses it. Does he lose his beds? He doesn't have the wood in the back. You can see the frustration. This man pulls out the I Spy into the portal room.
Is that 4 wool? Oh, he could have broken his boat. Does he have? He has a boat, and is that 4 wool?
Is that not 4 warped planks as well? Can he not make another bed?
It looks like I don't know. It's kind of hard to see with this resolution. Is that he has wood and wool, or what's going on? That's not wood.
I think it's wood, but we're gonna see him coming out with the reset
leaves?
here.
That's quartz.
It's leaves. Oh, it's quartz leaves. But anyways, Feinberg on his way through the stronghold here. Second time we've seen our runners ending up back at spawn. As looks like the stronghold now is not in Feinberg's favor. He has no clue what's going on the other end. He knows that he's taken deaths. He knows that he's had mess ups. So he's got to be quite stressed, quite frantic right now. But little does he know that Crookst is back at spawn with a wood axe, making a boat.
Yeah, Crookst's play here is to just get enough explosions to kill the dragon and then follow his footsteps. He only needs to get into the nether. I think he has to... Pearl over Lava Lake? I don't remember his
Finds the
exact, so
room.
he might have to Pearl actually. So Crooks is kind of far back. Yeah, Feinberg entering low health. He is going to Pearl, even though, is that his last food? Rotten flesh? Okay. Playing it
Yeah.
risky.
Okay. Free. This. Okay. Two apples
He's
in the
got,
back.
okay,
Gonna
okay,
be
that's
able to
fine.
chunk out the health bar, but it has carrot. It still has 11 carrots in the top right.
Mm, mm,
That man is fine on food. Gonna be making his beds. He has 7.
yeah.
This is looking unlikely. Crookst fans, you need to pray for some commentator cursing right now because Feinberg is looking prepped to take this.
For those of you that don't know exactly what happened to Crooks there, the dragon, when it perches, it does have variable height as it's rotating around the center perch. It is not the same every time. There are roughly 20 different heights that are all equally likely. Sometimes you get a good height. The dragon rotates his head perfectly right above the bed. You get a 60 plus damage bed. Sometimes it is just a pixel too low and you have to trigger a
Oh,
bed
he has
very
so
early or
much
very
string.
late.
He has so
So,
much
yeah.
string. How did he?
Well, fine.
No, Crookst. He has 48
Oh,
string purely
there
from
is the
revisiting the.
perch.
Okay, yep. Let's see.
Yeah, fairly good height on Fine, but he has more than 4 explosions anyway, so it's not really going to matter.
Yeah.
Wow, Feinberg takes it. Feinberg
Well,
takes it here.
that's a GG to Feinberg. Crooks made him sweat for it. This, I mean, even right now, Crooks could have gotten back into the end surprisingly quickly. Had to make his way across a lava lake still, but this was a series,
This is one of the
and
most entertaining series ever. I'm going to be honest.
yeah,
That was sick.
I am beyond impressed by Crooks and what he has shown in this tournament. Still has a chance to show his prominence in the third place match, but this guy is definitely, he's got a future ahead of him in this community, in this scene, as he should be very proud of what he has done and how far he's come. But I guess we will be seeing Feinberg moving on to the final, going against Dylan, as we will see Crooks taking on Curryway in the third place match next.
Yeah, let's see. We got the runners in the waiting room. Let's see if they want to do a quick interview right now. We can drag them in and say what's up. Welcome to the booth. Congrats, Feinberg, on taking that 2-0 win. You may not have heard what happened to Crooks, but Crooks had an insane 2 seeds there, getting into the stronghold faster than you, Feinberg, on both accounts, but running into issues on both seeds. So that was actually an insane match. But GG's to Feinberg. Well played on that one. How did you feel about the seeds and your play overall, I guess, Feinberg? We'll start with you.
I don't even remember the first one. Oh yeah, both of them. I don't know. I just play consistent. I don't know. I have a lot of turning experience. I just like just going for 7 and doing like safe plays. Which, in hindsight, when you say that he's in the stronghold first both times, might not be the smartest idea because Quick's like the best in the game right now. But I guess it worked out. I did just one eye educated off of both my home portals. I could have done access on the first seed, but like I don't I don't like doing access when it's super far away because the odds of hitting the stronghold are smaller and it takes a lot of RTA and like a tourney. Like trying to line up the angle. Like if you're doing it off home portal, your stronghold's like almost always at least like 1400, 1500. So there's just some error regardless. Like you could just miss even if you get the angles perfectly. So I always just do when I educated, but like I ran out of pearls on the first seed. So I was like 500 short. I was like walking in a lava ocean. And then on the second one, I was like 350 short because the terrain didn't go. Like I probably could have forced it a little harder. But yeah, and then I don't know. I just play consistent. I died in the second seed because I'm dumb. I got like tapped going back to get my trades. I was like overlapping at the fortress. I was like, hell yeah, this shit's going crazy. And then I come back and oh my god, I forgot I didn't have gold armor. And I just got tapped. Like this dude shoots like through all his friends, just finds me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad of a death, I guess. It took like a minute to get back, and yeah, I don't know. I thought I played pretty well, apart from that one death, just consistent.
Yeah, we were talking about the different nether travel methods in that you guys both took. I do like the educated single eye throw. I think Crookst did a educated axis in the first one, which is about 30 seconds RTA slower, but I think he actually made up about a minute on the travel because it was a pretty far stronghold. And then getting 20 obby, I think, in the second seed. And Chris actually, I think, missed the entry and hit the portal room instead. On that one, Crooks, was that planned?
No, that was not planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I was-
variation in perfect or axis that just happens sometimes. It's funny.
Yeah, you miss your axis by a little bit on purpose to hit the portal room. I was wondering if the entry was close to the portal room or if it was far and you just like missed a little bit. But
I remember when I was nabbing, it was like kind of disgusting. I was probably in that strong for like a minute and a half. It's like in a
Yeah.
ravine or whatever. If we even went to the same one, I don't know, because you did 20, so you didn't go off a home portal, so it might even been in different
Mhm.
strongholds.
Yeah, you weren't in the same stronghold.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
yeah, but Crooks, how do you feel? I mean, a couple small mistakes ended up making the difference here, but in general, how do you
Yeah.
feel?
I mean, I feel like I played fine up till the stronghold on both seeds, but then I just made stupid mistakes.
Yeah, the first one we saw, did your eye just like you were one eye short and there was an eye like on a mountain. Did it just like item elevator to the mountain or
Yeah.
something? Okay. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. So just one eye short. I think you would have entered maybe a minute sooner. And the second seed was very, very close. I mean, obviously hitting the portal room educated or portal room 20 obvious pretty sick. So I think only 3 beds, 2 anchors, and then so when you
It
shifted
was
and
one
tried to
anchor.
charge one anchor, it just the glowstone places, and then when you break it, it's like you didn't have enough. Was that what happened?
No, I didn't have enough obbies, so I had to use one of the anchors as obby for the beds.
You can put an anchor on that
Oh,
corner.
you had none.
I had that in the run yesterday. If you like use 20 out for the portal and you craft all your crying into anchors, you can use an anchor. It's like the same blast resistance
Yeah,
as the
it's what I did,
block.
but then I choked the one cycle.
Okay.
It was very close. I don't know, Ben. You have any questions for him? That was an insanely cool match to watch. By the way, that was really entertaining. So, congrats to
Yeah,
both of you.
I
It was cool.
just congratulations to both runners. I do think, does Ice Buying still have 100% lose rate in this tournament? I think it actually
I don't know
does.
if I've ever
Does
asked.
it?
I tend to not do access in tournaments, which hindsight's probably not correct. But I had like 10 obby or like 14 or whatever both seeds, so I went off home portal. But I mean, I don't know. It's probably fast. Could just be like a nerve thing too. Like if you build your second portal in the stronghold, you're probably thinking like, oh shit, I'm in the lead or whatever, and that gets to your nerves a little bit. Nerve control is like huge. I don't know. I think it's RTA slow, but I guess if you're hitting the portal room, it doesn't matter. Just make up all that time back on nav and dig down and everything.
But yeah,
But
I
it'd
think
be
that,
interesting. It doesn't make sense for it to have a 0% lose rate at all. Or 0.1 win rate, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a curse.
yep. But that was an amazing series between two amazing runners. I hope to see both of you playing against each other again in the future for more setups like this. You will be moving on to your respective matches. Crookst taking on Curryway next in the bronze place match. And for the finals later, we will have Feinberg versus Dylan. Make sure you stay tuned.
Cool. Thanks for commentating. Appreciate that.